Welcome back, YouTube. So, what I want to do is I want to try to get you guys all on board with seeing what's called price action, and that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. I am going to um, basically start you off very, very, very slow. Um, Price action is kind of difficult for me at least. Some people are very easy to see it. It's very easy to pick up on it. And ADA actually went off. You can see it went off today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start up with ADA. So what I do for price action, and there, like I said, there are going to be other people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to give you the very, very basics. You are going to want to find some uppers and lowers. So for ADA, what I would have done previously is I would have come over here and I would have drawn some lines. Okay, so I probably would have drawn a line around in here, maybe actually just brought it down a little bit if I can. Um, and these lines don't necessarily have to be exact. You want some areas though. And again, these are going to be support and resistance lines. And you are wanting areas. You're not wanting exact, you're wanting areas. Now, the highs and lows. The reason I picked these two lines for the highs and lows is because it came up here and then it came back down and it touched, came back up, almost touched, came back down. Okay. Came back up here, touched, and came back down, touched. And so what you're going to end up having is these are called tops and bottoms. And what you end up having right here is you have what's called a triple top. Okay. And that triple top means that that is going to be your ceiling. So as of right now, okay, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to back up a little bit if I can. Let's back up some. And I'm going to back up to, I'm going to go right here. We're going to start right there. Okay, so I know that we have two things that can end up happening. Okay, so I've got my double top right here. And right here, it looks like, so this is on the 15th. It looks like it's going to break through potentially. I'm going to bring in other indicators to try to check out and see what's going on with it. But I know that this is called, right now, it's going to be called an upper or a ceiling. Okay. So you can think of it like a ceiling. Like this price is not going to go past 1.4791. If it does, it goes past it, it closes. You are looking for the candle to close. If it goes past that, then that is going to be potential for a new floor. Okay, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So let me adjust this chart a little bit. All right. So right now I have an upper, a ceiling right here, and then it comes back down. And this is going to end up being a floor. So this is going to be our first touch. Okay. And so I'm going to be mindful of that. Here we go. A ceiling again and a touch. And then we wobble, 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 and then we have another ceiling. So in my mind, I want to go ahead and say, okay, if it does not break through, it is probably going to come down into this area somewhere. So it's probably, now you guys already know that it will because I've backed up. But this is a little bit about what price action looks for. So I'm hoping that it comes back down into this area. Now, if we go forward and we press play, okay, you're going to notice that it comes down. Boom, right there. It starts coming down. I'm going to pause it right here. It comes all the way down there, but it doesn't close below our floor. And that's key. You want to make sure that it is closing. Okay, it can wick down all you want, but until it really closes, okay, nothing is for sure confirmed. All right. So then it comes down, it closes a little bit above, and then it starts bouncing. It starts bouncing back up. So we're going to keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And it's going to just bounce up. And then, all right, so we're back in real time. Then it hits right here and it closes. So right here, At this 148.42, I'm thinking to myself, it's got two things. It can either A, break through that ceiling, or B, bounce off that ceiling and go back to the floor. You have two choices. Now, this is going to be when I talk about bringing your tools to the table. So you are going to look at whether or not what the RSI looks like, the MACD potentially looks like, what the volume looks like. You're going to bring all these things to the table, and you're going to throw them all into this giant pot, and you're going to come up with an idea of what might happen. What might happen. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to end up looking at that, what might happen, and be mindful of it. So right now, so that was yesterday on the 5th. So today is the 6th. Today is the 6th, and we have it busting through. Now, it potentially, I'm going to back up to this one. Look at this one. Boom, it goes all the way down here, and then it comes all the way back up. So this potentially could go all the way to here, and then slowly drop all the way back down. And there could be some catalyst going on there. There could be something that I'm not aware of. I'm strictly looking at the charts. I'm not looking at the news right now. Now, the key is what happens next. Realistically, if this candle were to close right here, this area, so I'm looking at the top of this wick right here. So the top of that wick all the way down, probably to about in this area, is going to be the new floor. Okay, so that's going to be the new floor. So you're going to end up seeing that this candle continues on, and I have no idea what it's actually going to end up looking like. Oops, wrong one. But you're going to see that this trend, we're going to say it closes right there. This trend is going to continue up until it hits a spot where people think, you know what, this price is too high, and I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm going to go ahead and sell, and I'm going to lock in my profits. It may be at 219, it may be at 215, it may be at 108. Okay, but what then ends up happening is this old ceiling now becomes your new floor, as long as the trend stays the same. Okay, as long as the trend stays the same. Now, when we end up getting into the fact that you are going to end up possibly bouncing, and if it breaks through the floor, then that becomes the new ceiling. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break it down even farther, and I'm going to go back to the 5-minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because all of these charts are on different, they have different things going on different time frames. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my drawings, and what I'm going to do is, let's back up some. This could be a good one. All right, so you're going to see that it comes up, it comes up, it comes up, and it hits, has a high right here, and then it drops back down. Okay, now you're going to see that it hits a couple times here, so I'm going to put another one right there. It drops back down and hits this previous, almost a triple top right here. Again, this is 5 minutes. It's not super reliable, but I want you to be able to see what it actually looks like rather than the daily chart. So this is kind of like a triple top. Okay, and finally it busts through. Now, once it busts through, it's going to end up eventually making another ceiling, and then it's going to come down and hit that previous ceiling, which is now the floor. And then it's going to end up coming up, bouncing, breaking through. Now we have another ceiling right here. Okay, and then it comes and touches the floor, but it's not a very sturdy floor, so it breaks through. Okay, and again, this is all based on what other people are thinking. Okay, and you can see if I put my my line here, you can see where it hit here, it hit here, it hit over here, it hit here. But I'm gonna keep this floor right here. Comes up, so this area is gonna be a ceiling. You can see, look, triple top right here, boom, boom, boom. You can also see over here, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now again, this is 5 minutes, so it's not very reliable. And then it comes back down. I could put a little line with this double right here, and if we go back through, you're going to see that there's a lot of movement along this line. Excuse me. And then you're going to end up seeing that it comes down around this area, it breaks through, and now look, it's starting to try to bounce, and then all of a sudden it takes off. So I would put another top right here. So that's your new ceiling. Do you see how this was a previous ceiling? So that's probably going to end up being a floor, an area that's a floor right there. Now again, like I said, this is a 5-minute chart. This is not something you really want to use personally. This is my personal opinion. This is not something, unless you are really, really good at seeing some of this stuff and you've had a lot of practice with it, this is not something I would recommend looking at, okay? When you start reversing these, okay, so when this breaks down through this floor, that floor then becomes a ceiling, okay? And so it's going to hit this floor, come back up, possibly hit this floor and come back up and continue. It's just going to keep bouncing off. Again, the reason why I said in one of my previous videos that trading is psychological is because some of these things people are seeing, people are trading based on this this triple top right here. People are trading based on that. Oh, this is a triple top. It had trouble getting through. 3 times it tried to get through. That means that area is very, very strong. Okay. All right. So again, if you have questions, I'm wanting to give you guys support and resistance lines. The ceiling is going to be your resistance. The floor will be your support. So your support and your resistance lines, your ceiling and your floor lines. I'm hoping this helps start your journey in price action if that is something you are interested in. Okay. I will end up coming up with a couple more videos. One of my ideas is going to be what's called a zone to zone video. I'm hoping that this helps you out. If it did help you out, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you jump on our Discord. We got Pinex, we got Gridbot Guru as well. Get on those. Throw us some questions, throw us some answers. Let us know if it is helping you out. If it's not helping you out, let us know too. And what can we do that it would be better? All right. All right. Hope everybody has a great day trading, and I hope you all stay green. I'll see you next time.